Hello. Today we are going to be doing something different than what you have seen in the past, continuing on with our changing everything all the time kind of mode of doing things here in Pasco County. As Bob had indicated during the leadership team meeting, we are doing a virtual budget kickoff today. And so I'm going to introduce a couple of subjects and then the team is going to take it from there. First, I wanted to remind you that we are in the process of updating the county strategic plan. So the strategic plan has the 5 major objectives, and as we go forward to the board, we are bringing to them an updated environmental scan, which will include information on what's going on with the legislature, what's going on with the economy, the internal SWOT analysis that we did, the external SWOT analysis, our citizen survey results, and we're going to be doing a SWOT analysis with the board. The goal is to have the Board of County Commissioners at their strategic planning retreat on January 31st to have them identify the strategic objectives that they want us to be focused on for the next 4 years, and to help us identify early in the budget process what are the things that they want us to make sure that we fund in the coming fiscal year, so that you don't spend a lot of time working on budget proposals or business plan initiatives that are not consistent with the board's direction. We don't have the information from the Board of County Commissioners on their strategic direction at this point in time, but when we have the Q&A session on February 3rd, we will update you then to advise you in terms of how you're putting together your budget. Unfortunately, we are not expecting a significant change in the economy. We enjoyed a growth rate of about 7% last year. Even if we have that again this year, as you know, there are some ongoing expenditures like the 3rd year of the sheriff's salary plan implementation that are still on the table. So I think it's best that everybody plan on a flat budget for this coming fiscal year. So keep that in mind as you go forward. We will be using budget proposals and business plan initiatives as we have in the past for new spending. And I would remind you that that requires building a business case. So you have to be able to explain the who, the why, the what, the where, the when, and the how much when you go through your budget process in order to bring that forward. And remember that you're tying that to a level of service. Am I increasing my level of service? Am I changing my level of service? Am I adding something new? Am I taking something away? So business cases, whether it's a budget proposal or a business plan initiative, will be necessary. And we hope to give you an update on February 3rd on what the board's focus is going to be to help you to fine-tune those asks. We are also going to be working with a process improvement team or PIT crew in the coming months on what pay for performance might look like for the fiscal year 16-17 performance year. So as we go forward in the budget, you do not need to worry about building that into your budget. We will add that later once we get that figured out, but we do intend to move forward with pay for performance this fiscal year. So remember that the budget process has a couple of different objectives. Number one, we want to maintain a healthy financial environment. We are a business like any other business. We have to make sure that revenues and expenditures are balanced and that we are being good fiscal stewards for the future for our citizens and for our employees. So that's number one. Number two, we have to maintain the level of service our customers expect. In this continued slow growth environment, we should be able to maintain level of service. There should not be any significant decrease in level of service. There should not be any significant changes in level of service unless you bring together a business plan. But our focus, as always, should be on providing outstanding customer service within the level of service of which you're funded. Last year, we managed to define levels of service and targets for every department. This year, I hope you are continuing to fine-tune those performance measures. I'm very impressed with the dashboard and the results that you all are reporting, but those of you who are constantly green and well above target ought to consider resetting those targets, refining how you're measuring performance. Remember that the point of measuring performance is to inform you. How do you know you're doing a good job? How do you know that your team is doing a good job? How do you roll that out to the rest of your team? How do they know that they're contributing to the goals? So I look forward to seeing your revised and updated performance measures as you continue to meet that level of service. As you know, the Board of County Commissioners has asked us to accelerate the budget process, hence the video kickoff. And we know that this again is going to be change, and that's awkward for some, but it's also pretty exciting. So we ask for your patience and your cooperation as we fine-tune this new process and we work our way through this year's budget in an accelerated fashion. So that's enough from me. I'd like to now turn you over, and I hope you enjoy your feature presentation.
Budget Bob Kenobi. Years ago, we delivered the preliminary budget to the Commission in mid-July. Now we must deliver that budget 1 month earlier. To aid us in this mission, we will employ the Tyler Munis budget module. Replace the outdated budget process Death Star with a new Rebel method to fit our new reality we must. This virtual budget kickoff is just one example of the modified budget process. We have also eliminated one set of meetings by morphing the county administrator and budget director meetings into a Master Yoda Grimes and Budget Bob Kenobi meeting. The budget calendar is radically different than in years past, so review the calendar carefully. There are also significant changes to the fleet and IT processes, as well as the capital budgeting process. Make sure you understand you should. We have placed information vital to your success on the OMB webpage. Budget Bob Kenobi and PAS 3.0 will give you the location of this information and share other tips vital for meeting our tight deadlines with a minimum of confusion. We will hold an in-person budget Q&A on February 3rd to provide you with the opportunity to ask questions. I appreciate your help as we embark on this new budget journey. May the budget force be with you.
I'm sorry to report that Admiral Akbar will not be able to join this assault on the outdated budget process Death Star. Therefore, Lord Vader and I have agreed to bury the lightsaber until this mission is over, or until the next Star Wars prequel begins filming, whichever comes first.
Yeah, your powers are weak, old man. The student has become the master.
Wrong script, my young apprentice. Now stay focused. Our strategy is simple. We will use the budget force to change the entire budget process.
Yeah, if you could not underestimate the power of the dark side, that would be great.
Yeah. First, since we've reduced our delivery date by 1 month, let's synchronize our calendars. January 13th, Tyler Munis will open for budget data entry. January 31st will be the Commission Strategic Planning Workshop, a part of which will be the revenue projections. On February 3rd, all of us will meet in the Commission boardroom to discuss the vision that was set out by the Commission at its Strategic Planning Workshop, as well as give you the chance to ask questions about the budget process itself. February 6th, the PBR system will close. The PBR system, as you know, is the system in which you enter all of your requests for new HR, IT, facilities, and fleet. On February 27th, the fleet, HR, and IT departments will get their cost estimates back to you that you can then enter into your budgets for your business plan initiatives. On March 6th, the department submission deadline for operating and capital budgets will be closed. Now that you've submitted your budgets, please check out the remaining budget calendar on the OMB webpage. There are a few changes, however, that are worth pointing out. First of all, the OMB meeting with the budget director will be virtual this year rather than in person. In other words, we will not schedule meetings with the budget director. Instead, OMB will contact you by email or phone with any questions. Instead of each department meeting with the county administrator, you will meet with Master Yoda Grimes and Budget Bob Kenobi to answer any remaining lingering questions. May 8th through the 15th, then, the county administrator will meet with Master Yoda Grimes, Budget Bob Kenobi, and any of the ACAs that will be required to review any big picture decisions to get our marching orders for moving forward. On June 13th, then, is the preliminary budget presentation to the Commission.
Pasco County does not have the budget for a Death Star, but I'm sure we all wish you did.
Now that we've synchronized our calendars, there are several other tactical changes worth mentioning. First, the operating budget and the capital budget schedules will run concurrently. The fleet and IT replacement schedules are available now, and as we've mentioned before, we will be using the Tyler Munis budget module and not GovMax. Now, Office Space Vader's twin brother will come on to tell us a little bit more about the PBR system.
Your lack of faith disturbs me, and that is why IT has made available the ITBR off-warranty listing on Inside Pasco on the Information Technology page. I am not your father. That is why you must look up the IT equipment guidelines and price on IT's Inside Pasco page. As of January 25th, you will be able to order computing devices by using Tyler Munis and entering a requisition, then choosing the correct contract. Impressive. Most impressive. IT shall reveal the contract number via email after the BOCC Senate meeting on January 24th. I sense something. A presence I have not felt since the last budget kickoff. The Pasco budget request system. Use this to enter the ITSRs for projects needing IT. ITBRs for computing equipment, IDSRs for needs from fleet, HR, or facilities. You have failed me for the last time. So do not forget to budget for communication costs like smartphones or PTTs for new employees. You will not need to order an MIFI if you have budgeted a smartphone.
Thank you, Lord Vader. Admiral Akbar has taken over fleet services, and as a result, there are a number of changes to the fleet replacement and fueling policies that will have an impact on your budget.
In the interest of time, if you could read those fleet policy changes in the budget manual posted to the OMB webpage, that would be great. Thanks.
In addition, the budget proposal budget initiative process has been streamlined. The forms are much shorter. As a reminder, both are requests for additional resources above the base budget. Budget proposals represent a department's operation to become more efficient to maintain their current level of service. Budget initiatives, on the other hand, are requests to add or expand your line of business. Business plan initiatives should be linked directly to the strategic plan's goals and objectives. For that reason, you should wait until the Commission's strategic plan workshop on January 27th to hear the new strategic plan's goals and objectives. It is also possible that the LEAP core team could identify gaps in your service or operation based on the new strategic plan and may suggest a business plan initiative for you to pursue.
It's a trap. Don't let the unexpected surprise you. The instructions are not hidden in the escape pod. They are posted on the OMB webpage.
Nate, onte, manta, ocha, ishi, onta, mite, otoka ati, and nota, onta, ane. Nate, onte, manta, ocha, ishi, onta, mite, otoka ati, and Nate, onte, manta, ocha, ishi, onta, mite, otoka ati, and nota, onta, ane, ocean. Nate, onte, manta, ocha, ishi, onta, mite, otoka ati, and nota, onta, ane, oceanena, nina.
Hello, Amy. What's happening?
You know, just looking forward to a nice quiet weekend with the family, maybe catch some pod races on Saturday.
Yeah. I'm going to need you to come in tomorrow. We need to make some changes to the grants budget before Monday. So if you could be here around 9, that would be great. Okay? Yeah, I almost forgot. I'm also going to need you to go ahead and come in on Sunday too. We, lost some people this week. And we sort of need to play catch up.
Now that you have heard the budget battle strategy, to achieve victory, use the budget force as your guide against the outdated budget process Death Star. Lock all budgets in place and prepare to make your fiscal year 2018 run. May the budget force be with you.
Impressive. Most impressive. Budget Bob Kenobi has taught you well. You have controlled your fear. Now, release the adventure.
Oh wow, I never doubted him for a second. Wonderful.
Thank you, PASCO. While doing your budget might feel like you're buying a droid from a Jawa for the very first time, but we are here to help. If you have any questions, refer to the instructions posted on the OMB webpage or contact any of your local Rebel budgeteers.